this episode of Gamer Reality Check, I wanted to explore one of my personal video games, The Last of Us, made by Naughty Dog. If you haven't played this game, basically it's a post-apocalyptic world where two survivors, Joel and Ellie, try to navigate the world to find a cure for this fungus that causes people to turn into flesh-eating monsters. There's a lot of weapons that you can use in this iconic video game. One of the most well-known and iconic weapons is, of course, Ellie's Switchblade, which in the video game she uses a pretty good effect, where she takes out either humans or infected enemies alike. And that's exactly what I want to do for this episode of Gamer Reality Check, is just see how well a Switchblade really is as an effective weapon in this episode of Reality Check. Well, we basically just gotta cut to it to find out.
Take a close look at Ellie's Switchblade. So Ellie uses an Italian stiletto switchblade. Now this is not an exact replica, but it's pretty darn close. One of the main things that's important for the replica, for the testing purposes, is that it has to have the bayonet blade shape. The reason being is because in the video game, Ellie uses the switchblade primarily as a stabbing weapon. So for the testing, I wanted to get something similar. For those of you who don't know, a little backstory on Ellie's Switchblade. So the Switchblade originally belonged to her mother, Anna. And Marlene, who was friends with her mother, gave Ellie the Switchblade when Anna went missing. Basically, Ellie snuck out one night, and while she was out, she ran into Marlene. And that's when Marlene passed on the Switchblade as well as a letter from her mother to Ellie. And then the rest we see in the gameplay.
Alright, so now that we got the back history of Ellie's Switchblade out of the way, it's time for the testing process. So, last time I made a ballistic gelatin thingy, which was a lot of fun to make, but it was really time consuming and smelled really bad, and it's kind of expensive to make. So I decided to go a little bit cheaper today. I just got a watermelon here, and we are going to do some testing on how effective is the Switchblade on said watermelon. Now, in the video game, Ellie primarily uses the Switchblade as a stabbing weapon, which is kind of good for, I think, the blade design, because it's a bayonet blade design, which is meant for stabbing. But we're going to find out. So, here we go. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and do a downward stab ice pick on the watermelon. Pretty good, easy, no resistance. I think it worked pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do a forward stab. As you can see, I'm getting pretty good penetration with the blade here. Okay, for the next one I'm going to do a slashing motion, which again, Ellie does not use her Switchblade in a slashing motion. We're just doing to see what it does. It actually did decently. One more. So I'm noticing that the watermelon is actually offering enough resistance where it's actually not slashing as well as stabbing. Hey guys, so one of the things that we're noticing right off the bat is that the Switchblade's not very good at not very good at slashing. It's good at penetrating, but not slashing. And I think it's because of the bayonet design of the blade. It's just that it's meant for piercing. To test that theory, I brought out a ZT. I'm gonna give this a few slashes. Maybe it's just the watermelon's too thick, or maybe it's the blade design. And I did sharpen both these knives. Just have to take my word for it. So let's see what the different grind of the ZT can do slashing wise. I think that's a lot better. I think it's the grind that just, it's not conducive. But then again, in the video game, Ellie doesn't use it to slash, she uses it to pierce. So far it's holding up. Alrighty guys, so we did our testing with the Ellie Switchblade, or the replica of it we have, and it did pretty well actually. The way that she uses it in the video game and the way that we tested it, it seems to hold out. So in this episode of Gamer Reality Check, Ellie Switchblade does hold up. Because again, she doesn't use it to slice or utility purpose. The only thing we see her use it for is really penetrating stabs, which it seems to do quite well at. So for this one, I have to give it a Gamer Reality Check pass. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like, please like and subscribe. I hope to make some more videos soon. And stay safe, guys. I know we're going through some crazy stuff right now. That's it.